You see, Sean, friction in a pool is the surface of the pool table. In order to increase friction, you can make the pool carpet rougher. If you want to decrease friction, you can make the pool carpet smoother. If you hit a pool ball across the table, friction will slow it down and eventually stop it. Like this. The rougher the surface, the more friction. The smoother the surface, the less. Well, that's it for my segment, guys. Now let's go to our Newtonian expert, Sean Holder.
Hey, let's talk a little about Newton's first law. An object in motion will stay in motion, and an object at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force, also known as the law of inertia.
Wait, but what's inertia?
Jeffrey, obviously inertia is a tendency in an object to resist the change in motion. You know anything about that ball? It's not moving. You know why? There's no force acting upon it. When I do this, I applied some force. So now, the friction of the pool table is making it come to a stop. You didn't think there's only one of Newton's laws, did you? Well, there's three. We're going to talk about the second one. The greater the mass of an object, the less acceleration, and the greater the mass of an object, the more force is needed to move it.
But Sean, how do force and mass affect acceleration?
The greater the force, the more acceleration. The greater the mass of an object, the more force is needed to push it. Let's do an example. I'm going to hit this ordinary golf ball. Because it has less mass, the more acceleration. Now I'm going to take a ball with greater mass and apply the same force. Notice how the acceleration isn't as much. But if I want them to be going at the same rate, I have to apply more force to the greater mass. Jeffrey and I are going to roll these two balls at each other, and once they hit, they're going to go opposite direction.
So that's the science behind the pool.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you learned a lot today. Wait, we didn't summarize!
We forgot to summarize.
So Jeffrey, what did we learn about kinematics today?
We learned a lot of things today. First, we learned what speed was. Speed is the rate of change in position. You find it by dividing distance by time. We also learned what velocity is. Velocity is the speed of an object in a particular direction. We find it by dividing the displacement and distance by time. We also learned what acceleration is. Acceleration is the rate at which velocity changes over time. The formula for it is change in velocity divided by time. We also learned what friction is. Friction is the force that opposes motion between two surfaces that are in contact. So Sean, what did we learn about Newtonian?
Today, we learned about Newton's three laws. The first law, an object at rest will stay at rest, and an object in motion will stay at motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. And we also learned about inertia, the tendency of an object to resist change in position. Force and mass affect acceleration because the more force applied to an object, the greater the acceleration. And the more mass of an object, the more force is needed to push it. Newton's third law states whenever an object pushes another object, it gets pushed back with the opposite direction and equally as hard.
So as you can see, pool isn't just a game, it's also science. And we love it. Thanks for watching.